Special, for all of us to experience that, even with the weather that we were dealing. What a great moment, what a great feeling, with the fans and, what the whole day meant to all of us, not only for Doc, but, to be there on the field. It was something special and something that we will never forget.
Fitting that it led into a pitcher's duel. What have you seen, not just these two starts, but throughout spring training and Jose Butto that's really impressed you?
He can pitch, He's one of those where today he was in complete control, in my opinion, because he attacked hitters, but then when he got behind in counts, he was able to pitch backwards. So he found pitches to get back in counts. The changeup was in play, the two-seam, the four-seam, the slider for strikes, the rhythm. I thought overall, what a great outing for him.
Manny?
I have two questions. The first one is, before the game, Francisco Lindor indicated that this could feel like a playoff-like game. I know it's April, but is that what it felt like to you out there, this type of competition you guys engage in?
Yeah, especially when you're playing close games in front of a fans. They're into every pitch. Obviously, it's a special day, right? And then for Budo to go out there, we're facing pretty good arm, too. And to play these close games and to be able to win it is important. I know it's April, but I've been talking about it since the beginning of the year. The importance of winning series and winning close games like that, and we did it today. Obviously, we started with Budo, but then Otto, Rayleigh, and Diaz in the last inning. And, I thought we had good at-bats against their guy, and we created traffic, just couldn't get that big hit. But it's important to win these games like that.
And with Jose Butto also, after two starts, he's been very impressive. Do you feel like it's essentially his job to lose until Senga gets back?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get another opportunity, he's not going anywhere. So he'll continue to get the ball, and, he'll get his chance. But it's good to see somebody stepping up, and we've been talking about that since day one. Guys are going to get hurt, and guys are going to get opportunity, and here he is, getting a chance, and he's taking advantage of it.
Mike?
Carlos, eighth inning there with Bader coming up. Did you think about DJ Stewart in that spot, and then with Bader coming through? What do you think it meant for him finally to have that kind of?
Yeah, I mean, results, right? It was going to be a tough matchup for Bader because of the two-seam from Stratton. But that was a decision that I had to make. And I went with it, and, we got the results. But it's important, he's one of our everyday guys. And, at times I'm going to ask a lot of them to come up in situations like this. Not all the time they're going to come true, but it was good to see him, put in play a tough pitch, because we knew it was going to be a tough matchup, but it was a decision that I made, and I'm glad we got the results.
Second, that just because we didn't do much pregame, did JD Martinez anything going on there? Anything new?
Yeah, I talked to him today. He was at the complex getting treatment. He was start moving around. I think tomorrow he will start swinging a bat. Light, but he's moving in the right direction. He's going to take a few days, still, obviously, but, he sounded good. So, yeah.
It won't be in a game in swinging a bat, just like.
No, it's just like more like, cage,
Yeah.
tee, toss, things like that for the next 2-3 days.
Okay.
Tim?
What did you know about Butto going into spring training, and what have you learned about him in the last 2+ months?
Yeah, look, his second half last year, was really good. But other than that, talking to him over the phone, but I just didn't get to know him till he got to spring training. Quiet guy, but he came to camp ready to compete, and in our first conversation, he knew there was a competition, and he threw the ball really well. One, he's not scared, he's not afraid. He's going to attack hitters. I thought he had an outing in Jupiter against Cardinals when they were having their A lineup. And he got in trouble, but he was able to make pitches, and he ended up throwing well. And then dealing with adversity, not making the team out of spring training, getting sent down, mid through March or something like that. And put your head down, go down there, continue to work, wait for your turn, and that's what he's doing, taking the ball, control the things he can control, and here he is.
John?
Carlos, When you talk about winning close games, do you think that can create a belief that carries over into something that builds over the course of the season?
Yeah, definitely. Not only winning close games, but then having the ability to get back in games when you get down. And we've shown that. The fight. Pitch to pitch, at bat to at bat. We saw it in Atlanta. We got down a couple of times, and the guys kept battling. And then playing games like that, because we're going to be playing in games like this a lot. It's the big leagues. We're facing good pitching, good teams day in and day out. And for us to come through in games like this is important for us.
Joe?
Carlos, did you notice anything different offensively, approach-wise, in the eighth inning there?
No, just the way we control the strike zone, and this is something that we've been doing as a team the past week or so. We're creating those opportunities. We're getting on base. We're not chasing, especially when the pitcher's in trouble. Continue to control the strike zone, and it was good to see at bats, not only in the eighth, but I thought we created some traffic against a good pitcher. We just weren't able to come through. But as long as we continue to control the strike zone and create traffic, we're going to be in a good spot.
Andy?
Carlos, were there any particular comments by your players about the Gooden ceremony? Maybe even by the pitchers, or what impressed them the most?
Yeah, look, definitely, especially when they're watching highlights and everybody's like, how good this guy was, and then they put together the stats in 1 year where, he ended up throwing like 276 innings. Like nowadays, that's pretty incredible, and those are some of the conversations that what he did, he was. This guy was special, man. And they're hard to come by. And here we're celebrating a special day for the New York Mets and for Doug Gooden.